Trapping like the new me. Boom back like the old me. On my back like Yoshi. Yeah. Trapping like new me. Boom back like old me.
What's up, Beaches? Come on in. Make sure you drop a comment. Welcome to episode 1053, motherfuckers. We going live. We going live. We go live. We go live. I'm going live, bitches. I'm going live, bitches. Papa Solio is going live, motherfuckers. Catching it live. Oh, yeah. That dirty live, Kelly. The dirty live.
And rap these days is trapping crazy, can get away with anything with 808s. They spell and pray and swell your brain, you fade away, your soul decay. They dig and graze, I'm A-okay. Just fast and pray, there'll come a day, a price to pay like Sally May, you in debt. So cast away your regrets, I digress. They regress, they treat girls like objects. They play around like recess, this rap game is nonsense. They big mad cause we bless a goon to a goblin. You offset, I onset, I'm onset with wine in my goblet. You whining for God, I just pulled out the projects assigned to these haters. I feed off your comments, shake greed off my palms and take like I'm Colin, take heat or just rotten.
Oh, you guys are on that. That's right. Brand new YouTube drop on brand new YouTube drop on YouTube. Derp.
But now they owe me. Back y'all like groceries. Wrap on my back like I am Yoshi. Trapped in like new me. Boom bap like old me. Too bad they know me. They wanna owe me. But now they owe me. Back y'all like groceries. Wrap on my back like I am Yoshi. Sitting waiting, sinning lately, getting lazy, lighting up, you getting hazy. Kinda light just doesn't faze me, hating things that rap portraying. Ricky Bobby shaking bacon, Ricky Bobby shaking, me and Evo breaking up. I just hung up on the plug. Look at me like, why you bugging? Now they all like, what the what? Look at them like, why you thugging? Want my soul, want my gifts, want my heart for fame and money. Gotta admit, I almost did it. Turn around and started running. Trapping like new me, boom bap like old me. Too bad they know me, they wanna owe me.
Good morning, good morning.
Back y'all like groceries.
Hello, little ones. Hello, little ones. Hello, gentlemen and gentle ladies. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy, Papa Swole. I'm here for episode 1053. Welcome to the episode, mate. Oh, look at you, looking lovely. Elizabeth Dial, Lance, Gabby, Ollie. Looking fucking fantastic. You're looking gorgeous, everybody. It's time to get on with the show, right? Let's fucking do it. Let's fucking do it. Come on, it's episode 1053. It's time to bomb. Y'all. Alright, let's get on with the fucking show. That was weird. Yeah. Making sick fucking games. Making sick fucking games. Making sick fucking games. I'm making sick fucking games.
The sun is shining. The birds are chirping. The bacon is sizzling.
Making sick fucking games. Oh, testing. Oh, testing, testicles. Oh, testing, testicles. A testicles. Testing, a testicles. Oh, welcome everyone to episode 1053 of The Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gaincast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleazecast, and Slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex on biceps. What is going on, my beaches? My beaches with the peaches. What's going on? Pinch your nips, ladies and gentlemen. And we all got nips, so they're all good for pinching. So come on, don't be shy. Don't be shy. Come on. Give a little pinch for daddy. A little pinch for daddy. There you go. Yeah, I liked it. I felt it over here. I felt the vibration. What is up, everyone? Hello, everyone joining in live on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, and Twitch. We are on fire this morning. It is a wonderful, well, it's just at the cusp of the morning. I guess if you're on the West Coast, where are you watching from? I guess if you are on the West Coast, you're in California, Central Time, Mountain Time. Does anyone do Mountain Time anymore? Mountain Time, if you're out there, it's still morning. If you're in the East, if you're across the pond, it's the afternoon. It's going to be the afternoon here. It's about 11:30. So we are Oregon, Maryland. Yeah, where you repping? Where you repping the Papa Swole? Where you listening to the Swole? Where it's crazy to think that the sound of my voice and just me talking about pinching nips is like emanating in all these different areas of the world. It's so fucking mind-blowing. It's so weird. I still can't get over that. that somewhere like in right here in Kingsburg, New Jersey, and in Virginia, Texas, LA, just you hear like pinch your nips, 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 like echoing like a freaking sports stadium. Nipples, 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 pinching, pinching, pinching. Florida, Northern California, represent. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day in Florida. It's a beautiful day. How's the weather? It's kind of getting springy in most places, isn't it? Even in the cold fucking places like South Dakota. How's the weather in South Dakota right now? Houston. It's on Facebook. Houston Tex Williams from South Dakota. That's just irony and awesome right there. Very cool. Middle Nebraska. Is it still cold out there? It's got to be still cold out there. It's got to still be cold. Okay, so a couple things. Let's just do, let's clean house. The first thing, brand new YouTube video. Brand new YouTube video up on my YouTube channel. It is about and we're going to talk about it today. It's about the Ravana thing. I never even heard of this person. She's a famous YouTuber. She's a Latina, and she has lots of subscribers, and I'll tell you the story in a second, but those of you that know the story can comment. I just dropped a YouTube video, just my two nuts on the matter. So I put a little nuts on some chins and just gave my opinion just because I got a lot of messages for it. And of course, we talk all about nutrition and stuff. So it was contextual, but there's some good takeaways that you can learn from this incident. And also today, one more day for the Fuck Your Pink Drink gear. So if you have not yet checked out the mugs, the 2.0, the new mugs, the new shirts, all the new styles, it ends tomorrow night at 11 p.m. So you can get stickers, you can get shirts, you can get tanks, men, women, you can get a hoodie. You can do all that stuff and you can get your gear, and a portion of the proceeds goes to support the Wounded Warrior Project. So it ends tomorrow night at 11 p.m. Tuesday. So don't wait last day or so, last day and a half essentially, to go get the gear. SwoleNormousApparel.com. If you do not remember that, you can just click the link in my bio. It goes to my main website, SwoleNormousX.com, and all the links are in the main menu, so you can go check that out. So let's get into today's topic. Have you heard of this shit that's going on with this chick? It's some young girl, and she's pretty. She looks like she's a child, but she's young, obviously, probably 20s, early 20s, something. It doesn't even matter, but she's a YouTube star. She's a YouTuber. She's, dare I say it, is she an influencer? Is she an influencer? Anyway, she's a vegan. She has a big vegan channel, and I don't know where it started. I don't follow her content, but apparently she was caught in someone else's vlog eating fish. And apparently it's been going on for like a couple years. And what happened is, of course, there's a big backlash because her channel, I don't know if it started off as a vegan channel, and I addressed this in my YouTube video. I don't know if she started off doing a YouTube vegan channel, but a lot of times, here's what happens in a lot of cases, and you can drop your comments below with what you know, because I don't know all the latest. It only the story quote broke like a couple days ago. And I filmed this a couple days ago. I just got it up today. That's what she said. What happens a lot of times is people start making YouTube videos like I did. You start making videos, you see what works, and then you kind of continue down that path. So a lot of people make these lifestyle channels, and they might not be vegan. I don't know about her situation, but some people they're not vegan to start with their channel, right? They start making content and then they have health issues. So they're vlogging, right? They're telling their story. It's kind of like it's a video log. That's what a vlog is. And it's a diary, essentially. They're talking to the camera. You build an audience, kind of have your friendship and your interaction, and you tell people how you're going through your day. And maybe you have health concerns. And a lot of channels start by just bringing people in their life, in their journey. And then as the journey goes on, they're discussing health concerns and issues, and people might say veganism. So then eventually the theme goes, I'm going to start being a vegan. I'm going to start doing this. And then they just track their journey and they explain their journey and they share it with people. And then sometimes it just becomes a vegan channel because ideologies like that, like veganism, like CrossFit, hardcore, cultish like community, like real passionate groups, hardcore fucking groups, tend to really grow fast because they're niche audiences, whatever the fuck you want to pronounce it. I don't know why I said niche, but they're niche audiences, and they're popular, but they're very passionate. And as you all know, veganism is not just, not eating animal products. It's more of an ideology. There's veganism, or there are people that don't eat animal products because they're pursuing their actual health. And there are people that pursue veganism because it's a fad. They think they're going to lose weight by being a vegan. They think, oh, I want to be healthier. Let me be a vegan. Let me be a raw vegan. They do it because they want to lose weight and look a certain way. And that's what I have a problem with. I have a problem with both. I have a problem with all of it. I have a problem with people doing things that doesn't keep their best interests in mind, in front and center. That's what I have a problem with. I have a problem when people pursue veganism because they're trying to protect all the animals at the expense of their own health. I think that's fucking weird. That's fucking crazy. Now, if you want to be a vegan, this is just my opinion, of course, but if you want to be a vegan and you're healthy and your blood work checks out and you feel great, like let's say you're, for whatever reason, you're just allergic and you have issues with animal products, even grass-fed, wild-caught fish, all this stuff, you either just adamantly don't like the taste. If you want to pursue veganism, fine, put your head down, do it right, eat all, like make sure you get all your vegetables, all your supplements, get everything that you need so you're not unhealthy, and live your life happy. Like by all means, you're not pressuring me. You're not affecting me. You're not hurting my feelings. I don't care if you want to be a vegan or not. That's really up to you. It's your health. Who am I to say that? Who am I to say that your health should be any specific way? If you find it and you find that you're consistent, you find that you're eating quality foods, you find that that's the path for you, you know, you can go for it. I don't know. Does anyone here? I know a lot of you. Coffee burps. I know a lot of you try different diets. How many of you have done veganism, or are you a vegan? How many of you have done it, tried it, stopped doing it? Like, what's your experience with being vegan? If any of you have that, you could drop that in the comments below. Rebecca Kalamaga, there are at least 3 vegan YouTubers who have recently quit veganism. They all talk about how much better they feel. I know there's another one I heard through the grapevine. I don't remember names because I don't follow these people, but I definitely want to put my nuts on more chins. So if you have more of this information you want to share with me, just DM me on Instagram if you have like someone that you want. I've had a bunch of people send me messages about people, and I literally keep a list of all these names I've never heard of. So I guess I'm going to search for them. But as long as really, if it's a trending topic, there's so many examples of this, but obviously I don't want to make a video about some random person that no one knows about because then there's no context. This just happens to be a trending topic, so it brings it into the limelight, right? Do it for the views, do it for the attention, but the message and the conversation we're going to have about it is what's important. I think people need to fucking lighten up. Now, here's the thing that people were really freaking out about. And this is what I read. I didn't watch her whole video, but I did read some articles based on it. So if I missed something, but she sells, right? She has programs, fitness programs, and she has diet plans and all these cleanses and stuff that she was on the DL eating eggs and fish without being open and transparent with her audience. That's why people are pissed. Now, I still think that most of the vegans that follow usually just get very militant, and vegans ironically tend to cannibalize their own. If you leave veganism, vegans fucking turn. It's one of those things. It's when you go to be a vegan, that community, it becomes more about who's the most vegan. Oh, you wear hemp shoes? Oh, you're the most vegan, bro. You drive a hemp car? Oh, man, a bicycle made out of fucking cannabis? Nice, man. It's like, who can be the most vegan? And if you're not the most vegan, or you show any signs of wavering, then you're ostracized and you're kicked out. It's like a lot of these social justice groups. Like, who's the most vegan? I think you should just pursue your own personal health. And if it leads you down that road, fuck. Some people seem to maintain it, right? Some people seem to maintain it right or well. Some people seem to handle it. I don't know who the fuck those people are. Now, there's some of them. I know. So, I hear some names now and again. Some people really, really seem to do it, and most people don't, which is why most people don't do it, because most people can't maintain that. Many people have dabbled with veganism. Many people have dabbled with that type of stuff before. I've done vegetarian or something, back when I was eating unhealthy. However, I was having crazy acid reflux. You might say, well, that's because you were eating meat. No, it's because I was eating low quality garbage meat. And I'm aware of that. I was eating garbage. I've talked about this before. Antibiotic pumped chicken, like the chicken breasts that are $1.29 a pound. And they're like this big, the size of your head. And you get a box of them you get a box of 20 pounds of chicken for like $40, and you think you made a score. Like, oh, what a fucking sick deal. Yeah. Food is the one thing that I spend money on. Honestly, I don't spend money on clothes. Obviously, I barely wear fucking shirts. I spend money on equipment I need to make my content, videos, camera, or streaming, my computer. I spend money on equipment to run this stuff. I spend money on food, and that's it. I don't spend money on other shit. I don't spend money on anything else. That's the only thing that I'll spend money on and not really think twice about, because I pool all my resources from everything else I'm not spending on. I don't go buying shoes. I don't buy clothes. I don't buy watches. I don't buy fancy cars. I don't go and do all that shit. I just want to eat well. I want to train. I want to be healthy. So I invest in myself, my body. That's all I do. That's what I do from my standpoint. So I think food, no matter what you choose to do, that's the most important thing. That's fuel for your body. People spend more money on their fucking car than they do on food and their own personal health, and it's mind-blowing. You shouldn't treat your car better than your body. Who gives a fuck about your car? It's going to be old in a couple years anyway. As many people speculate, I can confirm that I masked my eating disorder in being vegan. Also, when I started implementing animal products, I didn't realize how shitty I felt before. However, I was severely under-eating as well. So maybe if I did veganism properly, it would have been different. Most people don't do veganism properly. You really need to be very, very careful. Well, most people, period, don't do blood work when they change their diets and everything anyway. So they only go by anecdotal information. They go by how they feel. Do I feel good? Which is a good sign. But a lot of times people go from eating just complete junk, period, to being vegan. And then at the beginning, they feel so much better because they're cutting out most junk anyway. Most vegans are going to eat a lot of vegetables, a lot of fruits. So they're cutting out all the sodas and the crap in most cases because you're going to feel benefits. That's why so many of these diets work or just work for a certain period of time, because people are going from eating shit to being on these diets and like, wow, finally for the first time in your life, you're being strict and you're being on point. You see what I'm saying? All of a sudden, now you're doing it right, or you're doing something that's revolving around whole food. So whatever you're doing before was crap. It's just like someone that's sitting on the couch. How many different exercise programs would work? What do you think? How many different exercise programs would work for someone that's just sitting on the couch all the time? Pretty much every single one, because anything is better than nothing. Anything is better than what they're doing now. So you can do CrossFit, you could do this. Anything that you do from zero movement to movement, you're going to see change. You're going to lose weight, you're going to feel more energy, blah, blah, blah. All right, you might get hurt too, but you're going to feel the effects of physical movement and activity. So eating shit and going to paleo or keto or vegan, you're generally going to feel some type of benefit because you're stopping eating garbage. So it's perspective, it's relative to where you're coming from. Let's take a couple comments. What do y'all think about it? What y'all think about this situation? What you think about this situation? How many of you checked out the video on YouTube already? I only dropped it like a little while ago, so you might not have seen that alert before you saw this here. Warrior of God, I follow her and have her recipes, and she has pretty well balanced. What do you mean, like from what she was putting out? Everything, Alan, it's not a healthy diet. Humans are designed to eat a mixed diet. I tend to agree. Andy Casson, after watching a documentary about animal cruelty, I decided to go vegan. I lasted 1 day. Stone, I did it for a month a couple years ago. Wasn't for me. Vegan for 1.5 years now and feeling great. Hey, non-angry plant eater here. The thing that sucks is once you decide to do this, people get so shitty for you to trying to change. I think vegans also get shit for going vegan. Like you'll get shit from people like here. It's like, oh, you're going vegan, blah, blah, blah. But then once you're a vegan and then you decide to go back, that's the issue that I have with the whole situation, because I understand why people feel upset with this person, because if she's selling vegan stuff and not being transparent that she's no longer vegan technically, then she's not being transparent and she's lying to her audience. I don't know the details of what she said while she was doing that, but I'm assuming she was doing it for a while. I read like 2014, 15. So there's other instances of this when she was having issues, but I don't know when she officially started doing it. But when you're selling and promoting vegan stuff and you're this vegan personality and you're not vegan, that's really inauthentic. That's shitty. However, I understand that she was probably in a tough place where she has this whole image and she doesn't want to let her people down. However, her health was suffering. So I still don't condone the inauthenticity of it, but it's really weird. It's really weird how people react to someone that's just trying to be healthier It's a young, pretty girl that's trying not to have fucking major endocrine dysfunction for the rest of her life, so it won't affect her having kids someday and shit like that. You can really fuck yourself up. You can really crash out your hormones. And most people just think, hey, I'm not eating animal protein, so I'm good. I'm a vegan. It doesn't mean you're getting all your nutrients. And one of the things with these extremely restrictive diets, same thing goes for carnivore. You don't know what happens sometimes. You don't know what all the side effects are until sometimes years down the road. Some of these vitamins and mineral deficiencies that you can generate over time, it doesn't happen, hey, I'm a vegan for 2 months and all of a sudden I have this major health concern. You might go a couple years until you start having major problems, and then you're wondering, I don't know what happened. I've been doing this for 3 years. Then there's the mindset that it came out of nowhere. Hey, this has been great for me for all this time. All of a sudden now something is going wrong. What could it be? It couldn't be the fact that I'm vegan. It must be the fact that something else is, when in reality, it's just a slow decline. It's just a very slow kind of in the shadows deficiency that all of a sudden rears its ugly head as a major endocrine disruption or something like that. And I'm just using general examples, but a lot of times that's why people do these keto or any of these diets. They might do them wrong or their approach is wrong, and they don't see that they get that instant benefit. So they think, oh, this is great. And then they're kind of even keel, but then over time, and because it's such a long time period until they start feeling crappy, they don't think that it's the actual diet itself. They think something else happened along the way because it's just a gradual deficiency problem. Kayla, food is literally your life. It's your fuel. It's your tool, not entertainment. Fuel your body, right? I 100% agree. So I agree with anyone that wants to pursue their own health. If you want to eat animal products, that's fine. But I still think that factory farming's a mess. I still feel like there's a lot of problems with the mass-produced food. However, we do have 7.5 billion people on the planet, so food's gonna run a little bit shy if we don't do things the way we are. It's gonna be really hard to get everyone the highest quality, this, that, and the other. So, the future is up in the air, but you do the best you can. And I think we can all agree that whole foods and the highest quality you can get should be the goal. It should be what you're aiming for, and you do the best you can along the way. I definitely do. Honestly, yes, there's toned and thin, and then there's just her. I don't know how to explain it, but the torso on her just doesn't look right. I don't know what her torso looks like. I had one picture in my thumbnail. I saw a bunch of pictures, but they were all kind of thumbnail related. There wasn't necessarily total body. I didn't look that closely. What do you mean her torso? Could it be something that's genetic? How old is she? Does anyone, I don't even know how old she is. Jolene, some veggies I can't do, others I can, like peppers, tomatoes, potatoes. I can't do it without sick or bloating. Nightshades. I don't know if you knew that's a nightshade family. Peppers, tomatoes, and potatoes, white potatoes, those are parts of the nightshade family, which is, some people have reactions and issues. So if you didn't know that those are called nightshades, just look that up. Jolene, that's what you're having issues with. Matthew, it's just so confusing. I go to the endocrine doctor next week trying to get it right. Yeah, well, there are a lot of things that can interrupt the endocrine system. There's a lot of things. It could be toxins in your surroundings. It could be in the water. It could be in your shampoos and conditioners, deodorants, and all that aluminum and things that you're putting on your skin. It can be on colognes and perfumes, the fallout, brake dust. There's all these things that we're constantly absorbing. And there's also things with the endocrine system that we don't talk enough about. Sleep patterns, right? Blue light late at night. Everyone's up at all hours of the night. We're chronically sleep deprived. That affects stress hormones and cortisol, and that affects which is your endocrine system, that affects that over time. And the endocrine system takes a long time to repair. It's not something that happens overnight. When you have chronic overtraining and chronic stress that fucks up your hormones, it's not like the nervous system where, the brain will trigger the muscle contract, this, that, and the other. The endocrine system there's secretions from glands. And sometimes it could take months or years for actual repair and for them to come back. That's what testosterone is. And you've probably heard the concept that when you're taking testosterone, people that take anabolic steroids, it shuts down. That's why people's balls shrink when they take gear, because their body is getting it elsewhere. So the body stops natural production. And if you abuse it and you take too much for too long, your body will have problems producing it for the rest of its life. So then you have to always take supplemental testosterone. And that's the endocrine system. If you're damaging it over and over again, it can take a long time, if ever, to repair itself and to come back. Thyroid is part of the endocrine system. And a lot of you have issues with that type of stuff. And as you get older and as hormones change, that's why nutrition is so important, because that's what the body runs on. And if you're having trouble with your endocrine system, it's coming down to your stress and your patterns and your lifestyle habits and your nutrition. Comes down to all of that. And a lot of times it's not something you can just fix. Hey, I'm doing this differently now. Your body doesn't care because it's been doing it wrong for 50 years. And then it's already damaged, right? The damage has been done and you have to adjust and deal with it. And it's not always a good time. Whenever I eat any meat, my stomach goes crazy, sluggish, and sick. Well, what kind of meat? That's another thing. Some people try meat, but you're eating grain-fed, shit quality meat. That could be a reason why. So, and that's why a lot of these research studies that explain these people ate meat, these people didn't. They're self-reported studies. They're not eating high-quality meat products, and there's so many variables that don't relate to the best way of doing things, unfortunately, and then you have to try to get sample sizes and track these things and keep all the variables in check. It's tough. Let's see, Instagram. I do have to run in a couple moments. I know it's a good conversation. We can continue this tomorrow or later, and what I'll do, because I do have an appointment I got to go to. What we'll do is I'll post something in my Instagram story. First off, I see a lot of great questions here and comments, but what I want to do is get this kind of engagement, perpetuated. So what I'll do is probably post something either in my Instagram feed, but if not, one of those question posts in my Instagram story. So make sure that you follow up with that. I think this would be a great conversation just to continue to see where all of you stand and what you believe in terms of what this person did. I mean, obviously, it's not cool to lie to your audience and pretend like you're a vegan when you're not a vegan. However, I think that every single person should be pursuing their own personal health. And if you're demonizing someone for doing so, whether or not you believe in exactly how they're eating, if they're doing something that makes them feel better, that gives them a benefit that improves their health, how can you talk negatively about that? I just don't like how vegans tend to be almost anti-human, and the militant aspect of that group and that belief and that ideology. I don't like how it's just fucking almost, it's like borderline anti-human. I don't like that. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like people demonizing other people for pursuing their own health. Everyone's a little bit different and you need to be mindful of that, but just don't be deceptive. Don't be a piece of shit. And I'll leave you with that. And if you don't know and you want some more context, I'll tell you this right now. Go check out and go watch on my YouTube channel at Swolenormous the latest drop. It's right there. Just dropped within the last hour. So go watch that video, get a little context, and actually drop a comment there. And we'll continue this conversation. Maybe we'll touch back on this again a little bit tomorrow and get a little bit more into this, not debate, but this conversation about what works best for you, what you found works and what doesn't. Because what's great about this type of engagement on the live cast is people that have issues will also see in the comments and they might see their own reflection. Oh, shoot, someone else has had that problem too. And I've seen it many, many, many times in the comments where someone else gets a massive benefit just from what you're sharing in the comments. So most important thing to leave with is to focus on your shit. Don't worry about people giving you crap for being a vegan. Don't worry about people giving you crap for leaving veganism. Everyone's going to have an opinion about everything. That's why there's so many fucking YouTube videos. That's why there's so many different podcasts, because people have their own opinions and they get to voice them with the social media and the internet and stuff, and also with words. So even in your inner circle, let people do whatever the fuck they want. All right. I mean, you can still spread good information and do your best and be authentic, but don't worry so much about what other people say if you're doing what you need to do to be healthy. If you're doing what you need to do to promote your own personal health the best you can, that's what's important. So we'll continue this later. I'll see everyone for 1054. Just stay plugged into my social media. We'll keep in touch, and I'll be doing another episode of Ask Papa Swolio. So make sure you use that hashtag Ask Papa Swolio in those posts when I post Ask Papa Swolio videos, when I do the Sunday Funday Q&A posts on the latest Ask Papa Swolio on YouTube, all those places. That way you could be featured in the next episode. And I'll see everyone tomorrow for episode 1054 of the Most Muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gamecast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleevescast, and Slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. Love you all. Happy fucking Monday. Go get it, ya booshes. And remember, there's one more day for the Fuck Your Pink Drink gear over at swolenormousapparel.com. It ends tomorrow night, so don't miss out the mugs, shirts, tanks, tees, all that shit over at swolenormousapparel.com. And I'll see you tomorrow for the next episode of the Daily Sleeves. Peace, McGee's. Deuce, Magoose. Ya boy, Papa Swolio. Out.